The two biggest expenses in your life are your home and your car. But owning a home is not the worst financial decision because at least home prices are following the rate of inflation. On the other hand, a car is probably the worst spending in your life, financially speaking. First of all, a car has much more costs than most people are aware of. If you ask anyone how much his car costs him every month, he will calculate how much fuel he is using each month. This is what most people think. But actually, the fuel is only a small portion of your monthly costs. There's a calculator at edmunds.com, and according to the site, if you buy a car for $40,000, your total cost will be $50,000 after 5 years. But this is totally inaccurate. This assumes that after 5 years you sell the car for $20,000 and you lose $50,000 through the 5 years. But there are two problems with this calculation. First of all, this doesn't calculate with opportunity cost, and you still put the $20,000 into the car for 5 years. Not to mention that there are other costs like speeding tickets, parking tickets, but let's just calculate with their numbers for now. So the money you actually put into the car through the 5 years is $70,000, and after 5 years you get back $20,000. Now let's calculate the opportunity cost for $70,000 for 5 years. So you invest $40,000 the first day, and invest another $500 every month for 5 years. So you end up investing $70,000. As you can see, after 5 years, your money would worth almost $100,000. All in all, if you buy a car for $40,000, you end up losing $50,000. But if you invest that money, you end up having $100,000. This means that the total cost of owning a $40,000 car for 5 years is $150,000. This is the money you lose after 5 years, $150,000. And keep in mind that the average person changes their car every 5 years. So you might end up selling the car and getting $20,000 back, but you will probably put that money into a new car. Now, just let's play with the idea that you use Uber or Lyft instead of buying a car. You spend $50,000 on the car, so if you divide that money, that's $10,000 per year or $833 per month. An average Uber ride in the United States costs $25. This means that you can travel 33 times a month with Uber for the same amount of money. Yes, you can have a personal driver for the same amount of money. And keep in mind that it takes time to wash the car, bring the car to the mechanic, change tire, change the oil, find a parking spot, and things like that. These things take time. So it's not just the fact that you have a personal driver for the same amount of money, but you actually save time with it. So you are actually better off using Uber. Of course, Uber is not the most cost-efficient alternative for a car, but public transportation is better, and using a bicycle is probably the cheapest and most efficient way of traveling. And it's also much healthier. Now, you probably say that you save a lot of time with the car. But are you sure about that? What do you think? What's the average speed of a car? Take a guess. Now you probably calculate how many miles your car runs for a year and divide it by the hours. And many dashboards calculate with these numbers, and your dashboard will probably say something like 30 miles per hour or 50 kilometers per hour for average speed. But this is also completely inaccurate, because you didn't calculate with the time that you spend with working for the money you spend on your car, and also with the hours you spend washing the car, refueling the car, bringing it to service, finding a parking spot, and things like that. Based on these, a Catholic priest, Ivan Illich, calculated that the average speed of a car is 6 kilometers per hour or 4 miles per hour. This is exactly your speed when you walk. And this calculation was in the 70s, when there were much fewer cars on the roads and there were much fewer traffic jams. So today, the average speed of a car is probably even slower. So it turns out you don't save any time with your car, and it costs much more money than most people think. And this is why a car is the biggest enemy of your wealth. It's completely unnecessary until you are financially free. And even then, it turns out it doesn't even save you any time.